Hello and welcome to this episode of the Business Spotlight. Today we are joined by Clarry Williams from Hunter Security. Hi, Clarry.
Hiya, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. Great to have you on the show today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. So, for those of you that are joining us for the first time, what is the Business Spotlight? So, the Business Spotlight, it's for you to learn a bit more about business, a bit more about entrepreneurship. And if you're thinking of getting into business or if you're already in business, we'll have some information that will be knowledgeable for you. So, Clarry, if you could just kick things off for us by letting our viewers know who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it for.
So my name's Clarry Williams. I've been doing the security industry for around about 10 years now. I run a small to medium-sized business which are based in Harlow. We actually do installation of CCTV, alarms, access control, anything sort of security aspect. That's something that we do, and then goes right down into cabling of fibre optics and structured cabling.
Wow, fantastic. That's really cool. So, with what you do, Clarry, what would you say makes you guys stand out from your competition? What do you do differently to the other guys out there doing this?
Uh, in this industry, you'll tend to find that a lot of security companies do a lot of things with fire. Fire is not something that we tend to do. We're more interested in doing the structured cabling side of things. So we know that security and structured cabling go hand in hand. So we tend to try and deal with structured cabling projects and security projects together rather than a lot of local security companies and the big national companies. They all deal with fire and security. So we're more niche in those two markets rather than a big fire market. So when people search sort of fire and security, a lot of the big national companies come up. But when you search security and structured cabling, we're sort of one who come up quite high up on across the local area. So yeah, that's what we try to sort of focus on, something a bit different to everyone else. So it gives us that little bit of an edge.
Yeah, no, that sounds brilliant. I mean, you're just sort of putting your head above the parapet by having that little niche there. I like that. I like that a lot. Brilliant. So, I mean, what's the journey been like so far? I mean, obviously, just give us a bit of a whistle-stop tour from when you started the business and just bring us up to speed to where we are now with it.
Yeah, so I first started the company in 2019, sort of just the start of COVID. Didn't really think much of COVID. Thought it might have just been a little blip, and company might just float along and do what it's got to do. And to be fair, thankful to my clients, it did. The company just floated along at a stagnant pace. I got the opportunity to take some data centers on up, well, just the other side of the M25, and through the whole of sort of the COVID era, it sort of kept me floating. Really, I was a one-man band. Had to put in a few friends here and there who had sort of got the qualifications to be on building sites, to help me do jobs here and there, and sort of over the past 2 years, we've started to excel. We've taken on another two guys, so pretty much on a full day-to-day basis. There's about five of us now. Every day, we've got projects running in multiple places. But yeah, we've since 2019, we've just sort of gone up and up and up and up, and then sort of the past 2 years, we're sitting at just a nice steady pace, creating ourselves with some nice customers and some good people, and keeping some engineers happy, which is good. So yeah, just trying to keep it. Well, we have been keeping it level and not pushing our boundaries too much. We've just been keeping it at a nice sort of comfortable level for everyone. No one's getting too stressed out about the day-to-day life of work, as everyone knows it is. Everyone's just being sort of happy, I guess. And I think over the past sort of few years, the main thing I wanted to try and achieve was a happy work lifestyle rather than the very pressured lifestyle that I find that the UK can be sometimes. So it's something a little bit different.
Yeah, no, that sounds fantastic. Got a job? No, that's really good. And obviously, starting the company in 2019, I mean, talk about a baptism of fire. I mean, pardon the pun, but
Yeah.
the fact that the last 5 years have been some pretty challenging times in business, to say the least.
Yeah, I've seen obviously a lot of companies going under, and a lot of people that we met in the industry see their companies going under, and you always find and ask yourself, are you going to be one of them? That's what I found. But yeah, like I said, I'm thankful for the people that I've got around me. I'm thankful for the clients that I have. I've developed a sort of well, hopefully, I've developed a nice relationship with them all. That they've kept me above water, I suppose, the whole time, and it's just moving forward every time.
That's fantastic. Well, talking of moving forwards, I mean, what do you think? So, with the future and the plans for the future, what have you got planned for the future, and what do you think will be some of your challenges?
Um, Challenges will be, I find that there are a lot of companies in the security industry who are actually appearing. Didn't think there would be as many as there is just in my local area, but there is. I mean, it's always good to have healthy competition, as everyone says. So yeah, it always makes you change and adapt to whatever you've got around you. Pushing forward over the next few years, going to start getting accreditations under the belt to start making Hunter Security an accredited company and a more of a recognised company across the board. And yeah, just really pushing some larger scale projects. Really, over the past sort of few months, we've quoted quite a few, and hopefully, sort of towards the end of the year, we should be starting seeing them coming in. So yeah, delivering these big projects is something that we like to do. So yeah,
Wow, that sounds pretty fantastic. So, watch this space, yeah?
hopefully, yeah.
Excellent. So, thanks for that. That's really handy to know and really sort of great share for the viewers as well. So, moving on to yourself, Clarry, what would you say has been your biggest lesson since you started the business?
Things going wrong. Really, that is the biggest lesson. Um, for me, probably being out on the field, actually doing some installations. Um, Stuff going wrong is the only way that I find that I'll ever learn, and probably same with some of the guys that work with us. Things going wrong is something that helps you learn as one engineer and two as a business owner. We've obviously had a little chat before. You don't really learn from doing stuff right. You're always going to learn from doing stuff wrong, and that's something that I found. Yeah, across even gone across like quoting and invoicing and stuff. If you don't make the mistakes, then you're always going to yeah, always going to be sort of looking to learn something else, I suppose. Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. You know, you're so right, and I think it's one of the key things I hear a lot, Larry, is especially when businesses are first starting out, and it's like you say, you learn more from your mistakes than you do from your successes. But if you're going to make mistakes, make them fast, make them early, and sort
yeah,
of move on
100%.
from them. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, get them out of the way. That's what I say. The
yeah,
mistakes you make
absolutely.
early are obviously a bet for the future, really.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's a great share, and thanks for that. So I'm showing my age a little bit here, Clarry, but what we're going to do is I've got a DeLorean parked outside and it's just got the flux capacitor. It's all ready to go. And we're going to go back to when you was 18 years old. So we're going to go and jump in it. And what we're going to do is when we get there, you're going to be able to give yourself one piece of advice. What would that be?
You've got to take risks. I know it sounds cheesy as everyone does say it. I never thought when I was 18 really that looking back now, well, I'm 30 next year, that I would be sitting in the position I am today. I didn't really like going to work. Didn't like the jobs that I was doing. Sort of didn't like the authority behind a lot of things. And I suppose now I've found something that I actually love. I enjoy interacting with people. I enjoy being in different places all the time. So the main thing I would probably advise people, and something that I should have told myself a lot when I was a younger man, would have been to just find something that you love. I know it sounds pretty cheesy, but yeah, find something that you love, and work don't become work.
Yeah.
Um, that is my main thing probably. Yeah, find something that you love.
No, I think it's an absolutely fantastic piece of guidance and advice. I mean, I think I think there's a Japanese philosophy called ikigai, and it talks about that finding something that you love doing, something that you're good at, and if
Yeah,
you get paid doing it, then you'll never work another day in your life.
yeah, exactly. You as a well, as everyone knows, as a human, you spend 70% of your life working. So there's
Yeah,
no point in taking something on that you don't enjoy. You have to have the love for it, otherwise it becomes a slave, and you start becoming a slave to yourself. And if you don't find the love for something that you do, then don't do it. That's what I say. Don't do it. Just have the guts to just find something that you actually enjoy. It.
yeah. No, I really like resonates with me, and I'm sure it'll resonate with a lot of our viewers as well. So another great share. Thanks for that, Clarry. So on that note, then, what is it that really inspires you, that fires you up on a daily, weekly basis to get you out there to do what you do?
Um, for me, I find as I've got older, I've become a bit more driven. I find that I'm not hungry for a lot of things, but apart from just having a better future, really. I would like to have a comfortable lifestyle when I'm older. I'm not always thinking about tomorrow. It's more about when you're in your 40s, your 50s. You can work hard in your 20s and your 30s, and then if you to have a comfortable sort of 50s, 60s, 70s, then why not for 10 years of sacrifice of your life just to have a better future? That's probably what inspires me the most, really. Um, Getting up in the morning to know that when I'm older and I've got a few children, that if everyone's comfortable, then I'm happy.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really nice way of looking at things. It's yeah, really good. I mean, you're looking for a brighter future penultimately, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's. I think a lot of people nowadays look for tomorrow, and sort of the goal is to be as quick and be as successful as quick as possible. Where I don't think that's right. I think you should be looking to get successful for the future because you don't know obviously what's going to happen, and no one knows what's going to happen. So yeah, like we said earlier, you've got to enjoy what you do and think about your future really.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really nice way to look at things. And yeah, that's a great share. Another one. So I think people are going to want to find out a little bit more, Clary. So if people want to find out more about you and also more about your business, what's the best way for them to get in touch? Like, I don't know, websites, social media?
Yeah, so we keep our social medias up to date quite a bit, and we keep our website up to date quite a bit. Our office is based in Harlow, so anyone can always pop in. We're based at the Latin Bush Centre in Harlow. Uh, you'll see us quite often with doing pop-ups and stuff. We've actually just sponsored a festival in Harlow Town, which is in July. It's called Sunset Sessions, so we'll have a little pop-up stand there. It's a free event down in Harlow, so yeah, we try and get around Harlow as much as possible. But yeah, you normally see us on the M25. That's our most place. That's where you spend a lot of our time. But yeah, social medias, websites, as once again the festival is something that we've got to look
Yeah.
at.
What's the addresses for those social medias and websites?
So our website is www.huntersecuritycs.com. You'll find us on Instagram on Hunter Security HSCS, and you'll find us on Facebook at Hunter Security and Cabling Solutions. They're where we keep all our stuff up to date. We are on LinkedIn as well, just under Hunter Security and Cabling Solutions. But yeah, myself, I tag a lot of stuff on LinkedIn. So yeah, it'd be an easier way to find us.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, Clary, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the Business Spotlight. Thank you very much for joining us.
No, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hope
no, it's
people
been great.
learn some bits really.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to get fresh ideas in. So, yeah, no, it's been an absolute pleasure. So, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And to all of our viewers there, that's the wrap for this episode of the Business Spotlight. We'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.